Alright, so we're here today with the solomark night vision, and we're shooting this review in the dark. Kind of a cool review to do. This unit is basically an exact clone of the Barska NVX 100. And here I'll actually throw a little picture of the Barska unit up here so you can see they're identical in every single sense. And the Barska actually gets really good reviews. This unit's pretty cool. So we'll kind of go over its basic functionality really quick, and then I'm going to actually show you it in action. So this is the power button, and it's the slider button. You push it forward, hold it for a second, and you'll see there's power inside of it. We'll go ahead and turn it off for one sec. And on the front of it, we've got 4 buttons. The first button that we have right here is the mode button. This toggles you through your video mode, your camera mode, and your menu mode. This button right here, which is the shutter release, will take a picture or start and stop video, and it also acts as your select button when in the menu mode. And then this button right here is your zoom button. It has a digital zoom. It has a built-in 3x optical zoom, so it's always at 3x magnification. But this will bring that up by 2 times more, and it goes by 1.3, 1.6, and then 2. It's kind of odd. And then right here you've got your infrared illuminator button. This will turn on the infrared illuminator, which is in the front, in 7 different steps. So it goes from off through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels of brightness. The unit does have like a camcorder, kind of an auto exposure. So if it's up really bright and you focus on something that doesn't need it to be so bright, it dims it. So probably would have worked just fine with an on or an off. But you can see the IR light coming out of the front, and I'll show you that in a sec. So maybe animals can see it. If somebody with a video camera, it shows up quite well on video. So you may want to dim it when not needed. On the bottom side right here, you've got a tripod mount. This is the battery case, pops right off, takes 4 AA batteries, and then this is to adjust the focus on the inside. So if you wear contact lenses or eyeglasses, you can adjust that to get a good focus. And then on the front, right here, this is the IR illuminator. This is an infrared cut filter. It cuts out infrared light, and you want this on if you're going to use this during the day. And when I first got this, it was on when I got it. I went into a dark room to try it, and I thought, this doesn't work, until you pop it off. There's no documentation on this, and on the Barska listing, you'll actually see a couple of negative reviews saying it doesn't work, and I'm sure they just didn't take that off, because this thing does work. So we'll go ahead and we'll turn it on, and then you can see, there we go, it lights up. You got to hold it on for like a second for it to turn on. Now, I've got my video camera set to manual exposure. You can see a little path right there, but off in the distance, you can't really see anything. Now, let's see if we can get this to focus. We're going to bring this up, and we're going to look. And there we go. Hold on, we can change this. There, that's good. So there's like the sky swing we have set up in the treehouse. There's like a fort. Go along, let's see, there's that, yep, and it's actually in color, like you can see the yellow of the sky swing. And then move along. Now it does have manual focus, so if we're getting interference from the flashlight I have out here, but it does have a manual focus ring, and that's right here. I wish it had autofocus. That would be really convenient, but it doesn't, and so you do have to focus when you go off into the distance. Right now I believe I had it set to actually no infrared illumination. So let's go ahead, we'll hit the IR button. Now let's look at that again. And let's see if we can get that. Now you can really see the swing. Let's see if we can move away. I've got this creepy chair in the corner of my yard. The flashlight's disrupting it. But it actually works really well, and I'm going to go ahead and throw up some video from what it takes actually from the SD card. And on the front, you can see this, it's got an SD card slot right there, and it takes a micro SD, and then it has a mini USB. It's not micro, I wish it was micro, but whatever. So you can plug this into your computer and transfer images from the SD card on either the images or video that it takes. And you can take still images or video, but it's at like a 320 by 240 resolution, so it's not that high. It works really well. I saw some reviews on the Barska listing that were like, no, it doesn't work, and I'm sure that was just because of the IR cut filter. But all in all, like, I think it's awesome. Like, it really reminded me of the thing that Luke Skywalker used in Star Wars when he was looking out over the plane. His was a binocular. This is a monocular. But it feels nice. It's got kind of a rubbery coating, especially towards the front of the black. You can actually see the IR light, and as we go to turn it up, you can see it getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And it gets bright, and then it goes off. You can see this with your eye, but it's more prevalent on the video camera. So if you want to see in the dark, this is not military grade. It's like $130, but you can see everything. Off in the distance, and I'll show this in the video I captured with this in a second, you can see trees that are like a football field away, and you can see into the trees great. So yeah, I think it's very cool.
Okay, so I'm going to cycle through the different levels of IR illumination, and then it turns off, and then I pan around for a second with the no illumination. Then I turn it back on, and then the trees that we end the scene on here are about 3/4 of a football field away. So that kind of gives you an idea of how far away you can see and how well it works. So there you go.